Hey guys and ghouls, welcome back to the Cozy Ghost. I'm your host October, and welcome back to Hiveswap Friendsim. Let's get right back into it. We are still on volume 3, but we've got a new girly pop to meet. Of Ladies Grey and Lucy White, we've still got this lovely lady right here to check out. So let's go get her. Scylla? Skyla. I'm gonna call her Skyla. Skyla Corriga. Corriga? Skyla. Let's just go with Skyla and Branya. As dawn approaches, you find yourself heading out of the big city and into the rustic outskirts. Man, the sun sure is bright on this planet. It's rising over the crest of the distant hills, a huge, fiery ball. The later it gets, the bigger and bigger it grows. Way bigger than you've ever seen the sun on Earth. What's that smell? Could it be your flesh beginning to sizzle? Fantastic! You love the country. No wonder the nightlife seems so active on Alternia. They're all nocturnal to avoid the brutal daily roasting. You reach into your pocket for your cool new shades, but you appear to have left them at your friend's house. Fuck. You gotta get yourself together. The recent physical trauma and extensive blood loss has left you a little fuzzy. You weren't built for the wilderness survival shit. You're starting to wish you'd just stolen a fucking Lamborghini or something instead of a spaceship. This seriously isn't looking good. The city is too far away now for you to turn back, so you have no choice but to keep walking. Maybe you can find a cave or a hole in the ground. Maybe you can just cover yourself with grass. You wish that someone had mentioned the Death Sun in between the offering you alien meat products and calling you their muse. Off to your left in the distance, you catch sight of what might be the shimmer of sunlight on glass. A window? A solar panel? You could seriously clean up with renewable energy on this planet. Should you change your trajectory and go toward the shimmer? It might just be a mirage. Ooh, saving. Let's go toward the shimmer. You turn your aching, stinging meat sack toward the distant promising sparkle of safety and succor. You focus on just staying upright. One step at a time. Just keep swimming or whatever. God, this sun though. You need SPF 5 million for this nonsense. But then, almost like it has picked itself up to come scuttling to you, you suddenly find yourself in front of a long, low structure. You let out a yelp of anguish, pounding on the door. At least you hope it's the door. What in the world? The door opens and you fall inside with one of the most pathetic whimpers of your career. Blessed darkness closes in on you. From right beside you comes a snuffling yip, like some jokers making fun of your dire situation. Something warm and wet glides up your stinging cheek. Hold on, lady. Give him some room. A pair of hands helps you sit up, gently. Look at that face. She's so pretty. Anyway, your eyes haven't adjusted enough to make out more than a couple shapes, one upright and one lower to the ground. What were you doing out there? Can you stand? Strong arms pull you to your feet. You wonder if everyone on this planet is strong or if you're just extremely flimsy. They guide you to a chair at the end of a long table. Stuttering, you begin to explain yourself that you're an injured, exhausted traveler who is ravenous for pals. Well, bless your heart, but hold on a tick. Dinner's about to burn. Now that your rescuer mentions it, you do smell something. It smells amazing. Funny you should just blunder in here like that. I was just saying, wasn't I, lady? It's been so long since we had any sort of guests who weren't Imperial drones or out to rob us. You rub at your watering, slowly clearing eyes. When you look back, your rescuer finally comes into focus. Awooga! She's tall. Taller than anyone else you've met here, you'd think. Also maybe a little older? Not that you're an expert in troll physiology, she just has an air of knowledgeable competence. She's wearing a fringed jacket and holding up a plate. She can cook. Women. There you go. Your oculars feeling any better? By the by, my name's Skyla. Pleasure to meet you. And this here's Lady. She looks down, and at first you think she means the table. But then you look under the table at the giant monster dog looking up at you. You jolt so hard you almost fly backward out of your goddamn chair. Whoa there. No need for theatrics. Looks a little like one of those lassie dogs with the pointed noses, except enormous and pure white. It barks practically shake the whole house. Hey there, lady. No need to be rude. They've clearly had one hell of a time. They don't look dangerous. Just really peculiar. Besides, if they try anything, you and me can take them. She can take me. Skyla puts her hands on her hips, staring at you down with thunderous yellow eyes. Right. No funny business, you hear? You swallow and nod, trying to look unthreatening and obliging, ready for anything. For instance, friendship. You are so ready for that. Skyla sets down the plate she's holding. Here, have a grub cake. There's plenty. Are they like crab cakes? That sounds gross as hell, but what's sitting on the plate looks and smells exactly like a normal pancake. Golden brown and crispy at the edges. Oh, it's just a pancake. Got it. There's boiled tree blood too, if you like, sap. And also churned dairy product. Butter. She puts down a carafe of syrup and a dish of butter. Man, everything here has really weird names. Skyla pours out a cup of some very familiar smelling liquid. Brown bean juice, yes. Skyla raises an eyebrow. No. That's just coffee. She sits down next to you. You're lucky you were only out in the light at dawn. Nobody wants to be out in direct Alternian sunlight besides jade bloods. And no offense, but you certainly ain't any jade blood that I've ever seen. At first, I thought you were some sort of mutated Lucis because you don't have horns and you were grunting and yipping up a storm back there. But you're an alien, right? Don't worry, I won't call the drones. I'd best get used to being around aliens anyway, seeing as how I'm gonna be seeing a whole mess of y'all come next sweep. She laughs nervously. You aren't sure what she's talking about. Do you even need to specify that anymore? It's just natural law at this point. Gravity, the conservation of energy, and you don't know what the fuck is going on. So I think it's that they're getting recruited into this war that none of them really seem to actually want to fight. But they have to, and they have to say that they want to fight it to keep up the status quo or else risk getting culled. And I think she's old enough that it's going to be her turn next year. Lady, would you mind drawing a bath for our guest? No offense, but you smell like you could use one. Can't argue with that. You offer her a cautious smile. God, she seems so nice and caring, but you've been burned before, and cut, and generally kicked around by fate. It's a tough world out there, but you want to trust Skyla. Lady takes a bucket in her muzzle and runs out into the yard, getting up on her hind legs and batting at the door latched open it. It's adorable. Oh, the light. The sun is high enough that the whole landscape outside is washed in white. Oh, God, the dog. Aw, it's sweet of you to worry. Lucy are fine to go outside for a little while in the daylight. Their coats reflect light or something to that effect. The albedo effect, I remember. I don't really know how it works. I ain't exactly known for my scientific acumen. You tell her that she seems pretty smart from where you're standing. As cynical as you're becoming, you just can't help trying to be her friend. She's so nice and really pretty. Not that that's a requirement for friendship, but your retinas would have to be way more scalded than they are not to notice that. I want to wipe her up. That's nice of you to say, but it wouldn't even really matter if I was a bona fide genius. Someone of my caste could never hope to rise up in the ranks. Best I can hope for is hauling crates on some cargo vessel. Ranks? Cargo vessel? You swallow your bite of grub cake, ready to ask her if she's thinking about joining the military, but just then a swell of noise erupts from outside the house. Shouts, crashes, and ladies' frantic barks. Skyla gasps and launches herself out of her chair, knocking over the carafe of syrup. It oozes across the tabletop in a sticky wave. Oh no! Not now! What the hell is going on? Bandits! Goddamn Lucis thieves! You don't get the chance to ask anything else before Skyla careens towards the door, throwing up an arm as blazing white light pours in. Oh gosh, she's gonna go outside and burn up! She's not thinking straight, you've gotta do something! I'm gonna help her! What the hell? We've already experienced the Alternian sun. It sucked a whole lot. Maybe now we'll suck less, but because of how bad it sucked then, just a sliding scale of suckage. Oh my god! Skyla plunges out into the daylight in the direction of the commotion, and like a big dumb asshole, you barrel out in the blazing hellscape after her. Surprise! It still sucks. You've had sunburns before, but this is ridiculous! This is a fucking monster of a gas giant pointing and laughing at the tiny speck of humanity you represent and trembling before the void. It's a pure assault on all your senses. The light is almost as bad as the heat. You put up your arms to block the glare, following the dust Skyla kicks up behind her. You doubt your eyes will actually ever adjust to this fuckery, but you can see a little better than before. There are about a dozen of them, all of them trolls, all wearing dark, padded outfits that cover their faces. They look halfway between hazmat suits and SWAT uniforms. All of them have big, fake-looking guns that probably aren't fake. In fact, one of them shoots a laser at your face. You duck and it leaves a blazing heat trail across your cheek. But as all of you is currently burning, it doesn't really break your stride. Skyla throws herself into the fray, letting out a war cry accompanied by the sound of a fist hitting flesh. It's 12 against 2, which, if you remember your fractions right, is not unlike 6 against 1. But these guys had not been expecting a frontal assault, and they had definitely not been expecting a Skyla who was frankly fucking terrifying. She shoves 3 trolls down like dominoes, grabbing up a discarded gun and shooting all 3 while they're on the ground. You've never been in a fight before? A fucking all-out brawl? But it's scary. But now that you're in the thick of it, also kind of awesome. Sure, your skin is burning and you could be killed at any moment, but that's just how it goes on this planet. You just gotta get into the swing of things. Take no prisoners, kill or be killed. Hell yeah! Boom! My hair. Yeah! You pop one of the bandit trolls in the face. Fuck! That probably hurt your fist more than it hurt the troll, but it does throw them off balance for long enough for Skyla to smash the butt of her gun into the side of their head. Yeehaw! Hell yeah! She gives you a wild grin. She's so hot. The two of you are beaming at each other while a hostile alien sun tries to boil away the liquid from your eyeballs, and a bunch of bandits try to dognap a giant monster. You love this girl. In a friendship way. You might in a friendship way. I love her in a romance way. But still, you love her. You make an awesome team. Another troll comes up behind Skyla and she smashes an elbow into their throat, grabbing them by the front of their uniform and suplexing them into the dusty ground. Yeah! She wails on them with her bare hands. God. She's really hot. Get lady! Oh, right. You stumble over to where the Lucis is thrashing inside a big black net. You don't have any way to cut her free, but she's already doing great on her own, biting through the fibers with her big sharp teeth. You hold the net still for her to finish the job, then pull it off her so she can join the fray. It's over fast after that. How did they even get Lady into the net in the first place? She's so giant and quick, grabbing trolls in her jaws and shaking them like chew toys. The remaining 5 who are still standing jump into their weird little dune buggies and make tracks. Emphasis on the bug. They look like little scuttling beetles. Skyla chases after them for a few hundred yards, throwing the gun after them and shouting obscenities. And stay away, you hear? Tell the rest of them you don't ever fuck with a rusty ranch. She stands silhouetted against the blazing sun, the dust trails vanishing into the distance. You are awash in heady victory, giggling like a lunatic before the adrenaline kinda drains out of you all at once. You are violently reminded of your fucked up ribs and recent blood loss. The Alternian sun beats down, and your arms are already covered in raised patches of red skin. This is a sunburn turned up to 11. Whoa there, are you okay? Skyla's swaying too. A spray of olive green blood covers her cheek. At least the rainbow blood on this planet means you can be sure it isn't hers, but she still looks rough. Kind of how you feel. Lady, come here, girl. Wow, you're gonna sit down. Maybe just take a little break. Pale landscape swoops, going even paler. No, you can't rest here. You'll die, dumbass. I'm not letting anything happen to my new best friend. Get up. New best friend? Holy shit, that makes you so happy. You absolutely can't die here. Not when you've just made an amazing friend. Somehow the two of you manage to drag each other across the yard and toward the house. Hive, you're gonna get this lingo down if it kills you. Whenever you feel yourself about to fall, you lean on Skyla. When you start to fall back, Lady is there to brace herself against the back of your knees. She's such a good Lucis. You wonder if she'll be your friend too. Her muzzle is dripping with a soup of multicolored alien blood. When you get back into the darkness of the hive, you can't see shit. Dang, your species really ain't suited for this kind of environment, huh? You can't even see in the dark. Hi, love. In demonstration, you walk right into the table. You've about had it with the tables. Oh, is the vision slowly coming back? Oh no, it's going away again. You are sworn enemies at this point. Please don't knock down my nutrition platform. I built it myself. She sounds exhausted but giddy. Dang, you really did that, didn't you? You kind of want to go in for the hug, but that sunburn is really something. Feels like tiny needles piercing your arms and cheeks. The back of your neck is a colony of fire ants. Oh, yeah. Feels real bad, don't it? Come on, there's only one cure for sun rash. Skyla takes your hand. Gosh, this is next level friendship stuff. She leads you through her hive. Who knows if you're ever going to get all of your vision back. Maybe you're just blind for life. You'll have to get a cane and a whimsical aesthetic and learn to navigate the world by smell alone. No, that would be stupid. Haha, Terezi. Here we go. My coop isn't huge, but you're kind of scrawny. What are you waiting for? Take your clothes off. Man, the sun must have fucked with you more than just your eyes, because you could have sworn Skyla just told you to take your clothes off. You are seriously not getting into my Recuperacoon and it's those filthy rags. I'm not even sure what those clothes were supposed to be originally. Yeah, you weren't sure about your look either. Another new friend of yours told you it was rad, but you were both a little high at the time. You might be a little high right now. You wonder if sunstroke also causes auditory hallucinations. Also, you don't know what a Recuperacoon is. Really? What the heck do you sleep in on your planet? You hear rustling, followed by the sound of clothes hitting the floor, then a weird gloop gloop, like someone getting into a bathtub. Only thicker. If a troll didn't have soaper, well, I don't rightly know what would happen. But I reckon it wouldn't be great. It can speed the healing process for burns and small wounds. I'm not sure what it's going to do to your weird alien anatomy, but I don't see how it's going to make it any worse. You tell Skyla that in your experience, things can always get worse. Especially from her perspective right now, since she's about to see you naked. Nothing like a little self-deprecating humor as an A+ cover for crippling insecurity. Skyla laughs. Come on now, I'm sure you are a perfectly healthy example of your species. Just get in already. Promise this isn't any sort of pale solicitation. Or flushed, that matters. I know it's awkward, but I've only got the one coop. Right, okay. Yeah, you can totally do this. You can make this not weird. Of course, you trip taking off your goddamn pants, and Skyla starts laughing all over again. Not in a mean way, more in a chill, please join me in my slime bathtub, old chum. In a non-awkward way. In a friend way. Victory! Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Alright, I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, hit that like, subscribe, do whatever you'd like to support this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!